Welcome to another episode of High Proof Ashes. I am one of your co-hosts, Jason JB Smoke. Over here, who we got?
I'm Durant.
He's already laughing at me.
Yeah, no cool nickname because like the intro was, I think you just kind of flubbed it a bit, but it's all good.
It'd be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Fine.
It'll be great.
Nobody's perfect.
No.
We already said we're just average guys that like to smoke and drink spirits,
Absolutely.
mostly bourbon.
But welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us again.
And welcome to another episode. Hopefully we got you laughing right out of the gate.
Oh, man.
So today we've decided that we are going to smoke the mystery cigar from the Drew Estate Freestyle Live pack that you see right here. And we just got them I think last week.
Last week, I think.
Something like that. Yeah. So Drew Estate on June the 6th, I believe it is. It's Tuesday, so I think it's June the 6th. They're going to be doing another Freestyle Live where they are going to tell us what this stick actually is, and tell us all about it and price, all that good stuff. And then they're also going to do some prize giveaways, and all that good stuff. So the packs, they run $40, and you can get them at their what do they call them? The DDRP. It's their special retailers that sell a lot of Drew Estate. So probably by now they're all sold out, but hopefully some of you were able to get one. I was able to kind of get a hookup and get a bunch for us.
Yeah,
and
we got a few for the group, right?
Several of us, each got one. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping that one of us wins something. I think that would be really
nice.
Cool,
that would be cool.
It'd just be really cool. So I've already smoked one of these, but you haven't, right?
I have not.
Okay.
So we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So we decided we should smoke one on the podcast, and and let's see what we think.
Yeah.
Mine's rested in the humidor now for about a week. So
mine's been in about a week as well, I would say.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. This one's kind of interesting. I'll try to zoom in there. It's got this little pigtail at the top, like the Papa Fritas, which is their Liga, little Corona Liga that they've got. And I've seen several people post that online that, like, side by side, they look almost identical.
Identical?
Yeah.
It smells great, right?
So I'm gonna
hopefully it's that same great Drew Estate construction. But we'll find out for sure. And then so we've got a couple of different bourbons today, right? We've got the Traverse City. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's
Traverse City.
It's either Traverse City or Traverse City.
Oh,
because it looks like the Traverse vehicle to me, right?
You're right. I didn't even think about going somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know, right? So either way.
So if you're from that area, maybe
let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, send us a voice memo or something and tell us how to say it correctly.
Long A or short A?
Yeah. So it's essentially. This one is a pick from our local area. Of course, this is MGP. We love MGP juice, right? This one is at least 4 years old. It says aged more than 4 years, so I would say at least 4 years, right? It's about 114 proof. It is a barrel proof, so it basically means that it has gone in the bottle at the same proof that it was in the barrel. So I enjoy this bottle a whole lot. It was a gift from our bourbon commander, Corey. So everything he gives me always seems to turn out pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we have our Bridle and Bit.
We have our Bridle and Bit. This is our first Bridle and Bit on the show.
Yep.
But we've had several Bridle and Bits that we really enjoy. And this one is a pick from a local shop. Shout out to Red Hot.
Yep.
And, we do a lot of shout outs to Red Hot. But this particular one is the Cigar blend. And so this one is finished in Armagnac, Cognac, and Sherry casks.
Yes, I believe so.
So very interesting, 110 proof, I believe. And it's got this cool little wax, little adder to it.
So that was a creation by the owner of Red Hot, Rupin, right?
Yeah.
So these bottles did not come waxed.
That's right.
But he waxed them, and then because it is, a cigar bottle, he decided to put tobacco in the wax as well. So very creative.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Just
I wasn't there
things.
for that, but
different things for the local store to do, and bring clients in and find unique ways to keep us engaged and at his store. So
made it really fun to open.
Yeah, it absolutely did. Mine's is like not as nice as that. Like mine was the first one open,
right? Yours
and we
was the guinea
butchered it.
pig. Yeah,
we butchered it.
We did.
So, but hey, it works.
Yeah, I mean, because when you waxed it, it still had the cellophane,
Yeah.
over the cap, and
Yep.
so it was very interesting to open up. But let's get into these. Which one are you going to start with?
I'm probably going to start with the Bridle and Bit. I think I'm going to start with Bridle and Bit.
Let's do it.
I feel like I haven't had it in a little bit, so
I'm going to grab some with you.
I'll go ahead and light up here too.
There you go. Something a little different today. We've decided to go with our Glencairn. Oh boy, that's Glencairn glasses. Some little tongue twister there. If you know anything about bourbon, you should know this shape and you should know that name. And if you don't, Glencairn is. You know what? I don't know what country they're out of.
Me neither.
I think it's somewhere in Europe, but what I do know,
that's broad.
I mean, it's not here, right? It's not here. Like it's
not America.
It's like Switzerland or Sweden or something like that.
It's not America.
No, it's not America. And something that's different, of course, the shape, right? And they're the only ones that I know of that make this shape. I think they have it patented.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all crystal as well. Yeah. So crystal, like, what's the difference and how do you know, right? So the difference being that there's lead in the glass, and because there's lead in the glass, it sounds different and it feels different. Typically, crystal's really light, even though there's lead in it. But how do you know? Like, there's a couple ways you can do the whole wet finger around the rim or whatever, or you can just flick it with your fingernail, right?
There you go.
And you hear that ring, that constant, or not constant, but the lingering ring. That lets you know that it's crystal. And
so before I forget, right, the cool back of the bottle there.
Oh yeah.
Right. Because it's a store pick, right? It has a specific label on it. We do have some things coming down the line that are going to have a very special label on it for our nonprofit. I don't think we've mentioned it in a little while. So, of course, me and Jason are on the board of the Tennessee Cigars and Bourbon Society.
Yep, 10 cabs.
10 cabs for short.
Yep.
Local nonprofit that we helped start. And we're just here to support those people that may fall through the cracks, right? That those other nonprofits can't reach. So
that's right.
One of the big things we're doing right now is trying to get a wheelchair, a power wheelchair for one of our guys at the lounge. Great person. Won't throw his name out there just to, keep it confidential, all that type of stuff, right?
Right.
You'll meet him at some point, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we'll have him on the show for sure.
But maybe on this episode, since we did it, we talk about it. We'll throw out the QR code to donate if you'd like to.
Certainly.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, good things coming for that. We got a real special bottle coming. We helped design the label.
We did.
So
really cool label.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah,
like it's pretty impressive. It's really impressive.
Really cool.
So shout out to 10 Caps, all of the board members.
Yeah.
Right. Appreciate you guys. Everything you do in the community.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you've lit up. Tell me your thoughts on the cigar right off the bat here, or on the foot.
It was heavier than expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like right off the bat, it was kind of like, oh.
So like I told you,
I wasn't ready for that.
When I smoked it the first time, it reminded me of that broadleaf that you get with the Nica Rustica.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I definitely think there's some broadleaf in there. I think there's just got to be. It's too much flavor, too rich.
I was about to say, like, it is full flavor, man. Like,
That's right.
I don't know if I would call it full body. It's close to full body.
Mm-hmm.
It's close to full body.
Which tells me that the filler and binder, are probably some other lower primings that, don't have that punch.
Right.
I'll talk about the bourbon here. I just think it's just a really interesting smell. You can pick out the cognac and the sherry.
Yeah.
And even that Armagnac.
I get the Armagnac a lot.
Yeah, like it's funny how the nose can pick those out.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of people who bring different things and share, and a lot of those things end up being finished in something in particular, and it's just like one of those things. And so it reminds you of how that kind of tasted,
Yeah.
and let you tie it to like, oh, that's the Armagnac,
Yeah.
or oh, that's the cognac.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why we like to just share.
Yeah.
You know, the community is amazing.
Are you a big fan of Armagnacs or
Mhm.
cognacs?
Not cognacs.
Okay.
Not a big fan of cognacs, but I do like things that are finished in that Armagnac.
Okay.
I just, I don't know. It gives it that. I would say gives it that fruity, but you know, of course, cognac and sherry are both very fruity, but it's a different kind of fruity.
It's a refreshing kind of.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, it's a little bit different, especially when it's finished into a bourbon. So it's very nice, very pleasant to drink. Right, a great pick as always from Red Hot.
You know,
always impressed.
And unlike most cigar finish blends, whatever, when you're talking about bourbons and whiskeys, I don't get hardly any cinnamon in this.
No.
You know, a lot of your cigar cuts, though, cigar blend, cigar finish, however, you know, they all have different names, whatever, but they tend to have that cinnamony kind of flavor to it. But this one doesn't. Yeah, it's just really nice. I guess I need to.
Man, you haven't even lit up yet?
I've just been relishing the bourbon.
All right. Listen, it's definitely been a day, so I am enjoying partaking today. You know.
Good draw.
Yeah, everything is great about it so far, right?
Look, here.
It's a great draw.
So this is the lighter that came in that pack. So I'll go ahead and use the lighter that came with. You probably haven't used it. It's one of those little like auto flip tops.
So I haven't even taken like my lighter and rest out of the box, right? I pulled out the cigar, pulled out the cigars, put them in the humidor. Everything else I just put in the box and put to the side. You know, but I can't do my band thing because we don't know what it is. So there is absolutely nothing to talk about as far as a band.
No, there's not.
I'm sure there will be one day.
Oh yeah.
When we first tried
the M81,
yeah, even it had a little.
It had just a plain white with black text.
Yeah,
you know,
so it gave you something.
Yeah, it told you was something. Yeah, that was it. And I want to say it said pre-release on it, didn't it? Yeah,
it did.
So going back to tin cabs, when we did our little kickoff to present tin cabs to some select individuals, one of the things we gave away were a couple of packs of those pre-released M81s. You know, so pretty neat.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're a little into it. Has it changed at all for you?
I don't think so. I haven't had a complexity change, right? Also at the same time, like I'm checking for other things, right? Like construction. So as you can see, it's a very well made cigar. It's burning well. It cut well. Great smoke production for, you know, what are these? Coronas, right? Coronas.
I would say it's a Corona.
Yeah. So great smoke production.
So if you just where you're at right now, I don't know that you've smoked a whole lot of Drew Estate, but of what you've smoked, what would you compare it to?
I don't get Nica Rustica.
Really?
I think it's too good.
So when I did after I smoked it, I put a comment on Facebook about what I thought it was, and I thought it's interesting because most of the people that responded to me said that it can't be that because it's short filler, and just because it's short filler doesn't mean that it can't be of good quality.
Right. And
so I agree with you. I think it's better than a Nica Rustica.
Yes.
But I don't know if it gets up into the realm of like the Herrera Estelis or the Norteños or.
I don't know.
For me, it was interesting. Like I said, the middle of the cigar kind of gave me this Pappy-like experience of just a hint of KFC.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it was a Pappy, but like.
So KFC is it stands out quite a bit to me. So
it does.
If it's there, I haven't gotten there.
But yet. If it's just like one leaf of it or something, you think about the new Pappies, right? You're not overwhelmed by the smokiness of the KFC.
No, but it's a distinctive taste.
It is. It's there. And I was getting not quite as much as the Pappy, but it was just barely there, just enough to.
What else had you smoked that day?
I want to say it was the first stick of the day.
Okay.
I did it on a fresh pallet because I wanted to
Okay.
know.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. Like, is it possible that anything else
No, I'm
may have been affecting?
pretty sure I did it on a fresh pallet.
Okay. I mean, mine's a semi-fresh, right? And
I mean, we had our little,
yeah, but
our
that's
little starter cigarillo,
yeah,
whatever.
that's
But
trying really hard to, it's always weird, like doing a blind tasting of something, right? Because like it's no telling. There's no telling what it could be a combination of things. It could be one thing. The good news is, whatever it is Drew Estate quality.
Right.
It's it's burning well. It tastes good. Great construction so far.
Yeah.
As you can see, that ash is really compacted there and looks great. So everything about it screams Drew Estate to me. So we'll find out. June. What was the date? June 6th.
That whatever that Tuesday is, I think it's June the 6th. At like 7 o'clock Eastern. But the conversation that people were putting on my post was interesting because most of the people that were commenting were talking about, that, oh, it's short filler, oh, it's another $6 chuck, like the Nikas.
Yeah.
It's going to be another budget line, cigar. And
I think it's too good.
I think it's better than the Nica Rustica, which is why I've made a prediction that it was going to be like a $10 cigar. Like, I think this is like, again, when I think about the dollars or the value of the individual sticks from Drew Estate, right? And you think of where Nica Rustica is at like $6, and you think of where like UC10 is at $13. The Herrera Esteli line is slightly under that.
Yeah.
To me, this is slightly under that, which puts it around $10.
I can give you that.
Maybe a little bit cheaper.
I would hope a little cheaper because of the Corona size.
Yeah, the size.
Right. But if they gave it to us in some other sizes, then
if you had a Toro at $10, you'd be good, right?
Even a Robusto.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it was enjoyable. Like, and I think it was kind of neat because this time they gave you 4 cigars instead of 3, and I think they gave you. Last time it was like 3 of the same cigar, but 3 different sizes.
Yeah, it was.
And this time it's just the one size, which tells me they're just going to have the one line.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another interesting thing that, like, are they going to release a new line with only one size?
Highly doubt it.
Highly doubt that, right?
We haven't seen that from them, right? Like, name one that they did.
It's
like when you think Herrera Esteli.
I think the newest Nica Rustica had 2 sizes.
I can't think of anything from Drew Estate that only has one size. If anything, right, like they're known for having multiple sizes, right? Like they go from Flying Pig all the way to Lancero.
Well, those are sizes.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like those are sizes, but that's part of the Unico series. All the Unico series, that's one line.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just that. But they make it in several of their lines, right? So like, when you think,
yeah, you're right.
So like, you can get the what do we have? We had the Anniversario, right? The Anniversario, they gave it to us in a pig size.
So that's one they only make in one side. No, they make that in a Lancero.
You got a Lancero, we got a pig, and we had
that's right, they do
a Robusto or a Toro.
It's that weird Toro shape.
Yeah, yes,
you're right. There's like 3 in the Anniversario. Anniversario.
So that I don't think there's any one line that they only do one size in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I know a little something. I know a little something. I mean, I might not be the cigar guy like Jason, but I know a little something. Got some little knowledge in there sometimes.
Yeah, so it just, I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that this is a new cigar. So then it's like, okay, this is just a new size of something that we've already smoked.
I don't think that, because it doesn't distinctively taste like anything else.
And that's my problem, right? That's the thing. Like, I don't feel like it tastes like something I've had from them before.
And I've retrohaled it several times.
Mm-hmm.
Normally a retrohale, like, So that's what one thing is makes me say it's not completely full body, right? Like I think it's on the high end
Yeah.
of a medium body.
Yeah.
Because a retrohale on a full body is stout.
You're gonna singe a few nose hairs.
Yeah, right. It's stout when it runs through there, and this it doesn't bother me that way. So, but hey, it's a good stick, man. Like, look forward to finding out what it is.
What about the 20-acre farm? Does that only come in one size or maybe two sizes? And that's it?
Maybe.
I think that might be one.
Maybe.
I think that one only comes in, if it's two sizes, okay, but it's only one or two sizes.
That's possible. That's possible.
But that's a small batch farm.
Yeah.
Like it's literally 20 acres. Like that's why they call it that. You know, that's the new Florida Sun Grown, the new FSG.
So this is not a cigar we're smoking today, but of course OCL had a cut and light with Perdomo the other night.
Yeah. And
I had a sun grown from them.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite pleasant.
I'm a fan of sun grown.
Like, hey, why don't we have these? We need these.
Did you get an answer?
Yeah, they're just hard to get.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're limited.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were limited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perdomo is one of those brands that I just brushed the surface on, about the brand itself.
I'm finding that I like them more than I knew.
They're really good. I mean, the stuff that on the box they proclaim as barrel aged, like the 3 different ones that they have.
They said every one of their cigars is barrel aged.
And I heard about that. And okay, but the ones that just say like the blue one that's Maduro, the red one that's sun grown, the gold one that's the champagne. Those, I don't think those actually say that they're barrel aged like on the box, right?
It does not.
So I'm going to separate those from the ones that actually do say barrel aged on the box.
Okay.
So the ones that do say it, they've got 3 of those, and then the ones that they don't say it, I think they got 3 of those, and they're all really good.
Yes.
And somebody was telling me about when they came, and I actually said I asked them if they had the lot 23.
I still haven't had one of those.
And they were like, no, like what is that? And I'm like, well, it's something outside of those 6, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's their budget cigar, but you can get them pretty cheap out there. Like they're not expensive, and they have a couple of different lot 23s. They have like an estate grown, I think, and maybe a sun grown or something like that. You're digging deep on my memory on this one, but they've got like 2 or 3 different iterations of the lot. Maybe there's a Maduro. I don't remember exactly, but we've said this before. Like there's tons of stuff out there.
Yeah, like I don't know. We may,
you being a traditionalist and being a creature of habit.
Yes.
Like,
so it was weird to branch out, right? Like I was like, but I always try to support local. Right?
I'm having a little bit of an influence. I'm cracking the shell.
The thing was it was like, oh, if you buy 5 cigars, you get a hat and a free cigar. If you buy 10 cigars, you get a hat and an ashtray and a free cigar. So 11 cigars, right? So I bought 11, or I bought 10, got the free one, which was the sun grown, and it was the first thing I smoked, and I was like, I like this a lot.
But see, like Bradley came, remember?
Yeah.
And Jill and I got a sun grown from the guy, and her and I were like, it's okay. Like, and I was disappointed because I'm a fan of sun grown stuff.
Yeah. Now this thing it had enough kick to it that made me go, yeah, so I like this.
Jill, like, she gave me one.
Yeah.
So I haven't smoked it yet.
You haven't smoked it yet?
No,
you should. You should. It's very good.
I definitely will.
And then, of course, they have the Habano.
Yep.
Which is a Connecticut.
Right.
But.
Which is strange. I guess it's a Habano seed.
I didn't ask for details. Right.
Like, that's one of those things that kind of confuses me. Like, is it a Habano or is it a Connecticut?
It's a Connecticut. It's definitely a Connecticut.
Right. And so I had one of those at the shop not that long ago, but and it was good. Like, and they're decently priced. They're like $10.
They are.
The smaller size is like $9.
Yeah. Like, I'm upset with myself. I should have bought a few more of those.
I mean, I think that they're pretty much always, OCL is always going to stock Perdomos of some form. anytime they get the champagnes, I end up buying half a box by the time it's done by a bunch of singles.
Yeah, they're always great starter sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy them quite a bit. But I went ahead and got my second pour
Oh
here.
yeah, I need to finish this.
Big gulp.
Time for big gulp.
Big gulp. Here we go. Oh yeah, that was a big one for real. Pause.
I love grabbing those for the shorts or
Yeah.
whatever reels, whatever you call them.
What up to my up north folks?
Still good though.
Pause.
And even and even at 110, like it doesn't even phase you.
No, it's very
Like,
good.
It's super smooth. In my glass here. Get all that weird finish stuff out of my glass.
So I'm racking my brain trying to think of what
I was too.
what
I'm glad
this
we're
might.
not. So as much as it pains me to say that we're not smoking it brand new together, I'm glad we're not doing it together because it lets you,
Yeah.
really bounce off what I've already
What you might think it is, and
experienced, and now I get to experience it again with you. I'm not disappointed in it at all. Like I think it's really good. The thing that shocked me the most, I think, when I had it the first time, was how long it lasted. It was an hour and 15
I'm
minutes.
definitely not gonna make an hour and 15 minutes. But again, like I always say, I smoke like a freight train. So, if I enjoy something,
when you really enjoy it, right?
when I enjoy something, I really do. Like I just go after it and smoke it pretty much. Like I'll put it down for it to cool off. That's really the reason I put it down and stop smoking. It's very good. But what are your thoughts on the Bridle and Bit?
I mean, I just think the merriment of the three different finishes along with the bourbon is it's just very unique.
It blends together and lends each flavor to each other very well.
You get this interesting sweetness, not sugary sweetness, right? You get this fruity sweetness from the different finishes that allow it to be a little bit sweeter on the palate without feeling like you just put sugar on the palate,
Right.
And then of course you get the sweetness from the bourbon, and I just think it's really good. Most of the cigar, finish, whatever you want to call them, cigar blends, like I really enjoy them. I think I've only had like one or two that just didn't call to me just because of the price point. Like they were over $100.
I know which ones you're talking about.
And so like,
but you have one that's over,
Oh yeah. Oh, I got one that's up there. But like, we've talked about this before when it comes to buying spirits, usually mostly bourbons, right? There's a price line where like once it hits that point, once it goes above that, it's got to really call to us.
It's got to be great, right?
It's got to be great.
Yeah.
And great to us, like
personally.
Personal
preference.
preference. Not that it's, those other two were not bad at all.
No.
But they didn't call to me to say, okay, you're going to go spend $110 on this bottle.
I agree.
So
I'm curious to see which one you prefer out of the two bottles we're drinking tonight.
It's been a while since I've had the Traverse. So let me ooh.
Because for me, like, as much as I like the Bridle and Bit, I still like the Traverse or Traverse, whatever.
I'm going with Traverse, but
whatever, man.
I don't know.
I like it better.
I mean, it's definitely different. It doesn't have those finishes, right?
But it's something about it that's very, very good.
Boy, the back end is interesting. Like the ethanol kind of vaporized in the back of my mouth, and as I breathed out my nose, it came out like the ethanol and the flavors came out of the nose, and
soup. It's a sweet, like
it is
viscous mouthful. Like
yes, like
pause.
Pause again. It's sweeter than that.
Absolutely.
Like it's sweeter than the Bridle, which is funny because of the finish
of the things that are in the Bridle, right? The way it's finished.
but this is something like 70-ish% corn, I think.
I think
But
so.
what I think what really carries it is the fact that it is a barrel strength or cast strength, whatever they're calling it. But so they bottled it right out of the barrel.
Yep.
And so there's no diluting or what do they call it? Not diluting. What do they call it? Proofing it down, I guess.
Well, it says it's
proofing
pretty
it.
much uncut. There's not a whole lot of
Right.
filtering to it.
But I'm saying like the term is proofing it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't proof it at all, right? So is that uncut and unfiltered?
That's what I don't know about. It said it was uncut. I didn't read if it was unfiltered.
Okay. So probably filtered, so that
Probably filtered.
Get the gunk out of it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Not like the smoke wagon.
Not like
where you
smoke
can,
wagon.
like, taste the dirtiness.
That was a little dirty, man. Like
You could
it might have
taste the
been some stuff
dirtiness.
floating around in the bottom of that barrel. Might have been some stuff in the bottom of that barrel.
To the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah, but like that's like, so when you switch from the uncut and unfiltered to the uncut and younger, right? Like,
Right. It's that much better. It's so good.
It's a lot better.
So good.
And all of those we've talked about on previous episodes. So if you
Yeah, we
haven't
have.
seen it, go back and watch the other episodes, right?
Yeah.
Get some,
This is tasty. Like, I haven't taken another sip
but it's still lingering.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was getting. Yeah,
So I
weird
enjoyed
honey,
this so much.
honey kind of lingering. That's weird, man. That's enjoyable.
I enjoy it a lot. Like, upset that the bottle is as low as it is, but we'll
It
see.
makes me curious about like comparing that to their regular fare, or I say the regular. Do they even have like a barrel strength regular fare that's not a pick?
I don't know.
Because that's a single barrel.
That's a single barrel
right?
pick.
And you said 4 years, but doesn't it say 7 right on the bottle?
No.
No, this does say 4. Okay.
So me and Corey did try another bottle of it. Well, we had pours of it at a local restaurant here. That was just as good, right? Like, I'm really impressed with what they do. So I think anytime I see some of that on the shelf, any one of their different lines, I'm going to pick it up and try it out because I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Amazing, man.
I have no idea what that cost or anything, like, to be completely honest, like, not a clue. So maybe we'll bring that to you later. The Bridle and Bit, what was the price point on it?
Man, I wish $80
$80, I think.
$80, I think. 85, something like that. Again, being a pick and being that cigar blend, it's it's a little more. And Bridle, they've got all kinds of stuff out there.
Yes,
they got tequilas out there, and I mean the tequilas are great. Hopefully, we'll bring them to you on the podcast.
Yeah.
And those are relatively cheap. I think those are like $50. But Bridle's been coming up with some really good stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think both of the brands up here today. I think if you picked either one up, you'd be very satisfied, very happy. Again, I'm sorry I can't give you the price point on the Traverse City, but try it, give it a shot. Right?
Kind of hard for us to do that since it's a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that one specifically,
That's
but
what
try the other stuff, right? Because the other things I've had from them have been very good as well.
And they have like standard fare stuff that's all over the place. And from what I remember, it's very affordable. It's in the $40-ish range.
Maybe we check and see if they have something
probably a
that
little lower proof, but
that might be in our wheelhouse.
It might be. The whole, we need to come up with a name for our little criteria that we like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way we don't have to be like, our criteria bottles.
Yeah.
Like,
so the criteria, if you don't know, you need to watch the old episodes, but we'll tell you again. It's got to be at least 4 years old. It's got to be 100 proof or more. And it has to be less than $40. I don't think either of these meet that. Oh, I know the Bridle and Bit does not.
No, neither one of them.
I'm going to guess the Traverse City does not as well. Traverse City.
No, neither one are less than $40.
No.
I was actually talking with the guy at the liquor store last time I went, and was telling him that we had started a podcast and that we're looking for these bottles. And first thing that he pops out of his mouth is the standard Penelope. And I said, not 100 proof. And he went, really? And I'm like, yep, already looked.
Yeah.
So then he made another suggestion that I was like, okay, I've had some of their other stuff. We might need to try it. The white label Evan Williams. It's bottled in bond. So it's
bottled in bond is, and it's not even close to $40.
No, not even. It's like $25.
It's like $25.
Yeah.
You know, that's a John Crowder favorite.
I've never had it.
Really? He brings it every once in a while?
Okay, maybe I have had it. Was that maybe his mystery bottle?
That might have been his mystery bottle.
Okay.
That might have been his mystery bottle.
It was good.
Yeah.
So we might
because I tease him all the time that, like, you know, I don't drink that stuff, but the bottled in bond stuff. Yeah, the bottled in bond.
What's wrong with bottled in bond?
Nothing. It's good. That's the one I like.
Oh, okay. I mean, I like it.
The regular stuff, you can keep that.
So look, I've had people tell me that bourbon people tell me that if they don't have an age statement on the bottle, it has to be at least 4 years. I don't believe it.
Me neither.
I don't believe it.
No.
And you know, if you're watching this and you've got some kind of reference that you can give me, put it in the comments. I would love to find something that says if it's not, like, legally, if it's not on the bottle, it must be 4
years old. Yeah.
Because if that's the case, man, that's going to make
opens up the world to,
like, it makes things a whole lot easier. Yeah. But I can tell you, I have pulled bottles off the shelf that met the criteria except the age statement, right? And I go and look it up. And when I look it up, it's a 2-year bourbon.
Yeah.
And it's not on the It's not on the bottle. That's why I say I don't believe it.
Are we being too stingy with the 4-year thing?
I don't think so, man, because how many 2 years? I can think of one 2-year bourbon that I've enjoyed.
Which is?
And we found out after.
That it was 2-year.
No. Well, so, yeah, we found out it was 2-year, but we found out why we liked it, even though it was 2-year.
Okay.
They didn't put it in a 50-gallon barrel. They put it in a 10-gallon barrel.
Okay. So what are we talking? So it aged faster.
So, right. So if you don't know this, like, the smaller the barrel,
the faster
it ages, right? And it's only just because of the ratio of the surface area with the bourbon, right? And so this was, oh, man.
So you're going to talk about it and now you don't remember what it is?
It's the, oh my, I can picture the bottle. Like, oh, I can't remember what it is. It's what is it? STG, I think is what it's called. I think that's what it's called. And this one was a toasted. This particular one was a toasted.
Okay. I have no idea what he's talking about. So
Rupin has one that's in it's finished in this like Laranja. That's not it, because that's the Espinosa cigar, but it has like a Finnish name to it.
Okay.
But see, now I'm gonna have to go and look for it and
figure it out.
Figure it out again, because yeah, I had a bottle of it. It's great, and there's just so much out there, man.
Well, we're pretty close to our time. Actually, we're probably over our time at this point.
Yeah, we're trying to.
Final thoughts?
So, I mean, I'm with you. Like, this is it's a good cigar, whatever it is. We'll find out, on June the 6th or whatever day that is, a Tuesday. And the bourbons, I mean, they're both great.
Yeah.
I'll be sad to see when that Traverse City goes, because it's
so which one
really
is
good.
Which one is your favorite?
Man, that's a hard pick. Like,
I know they're distinctively
different reasons,
but so if you had to go to the store and buy one, which one would you buy?
Okay, so you're saying, like, this is actually available, right? In the scenario.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, the Bridle and Bit.
I know. Okay, let's say they're both equally available and they're both the same price.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go with the Traverse. Yeah, I probably am, just because it gives me something. I mean, this one gives me something that the others don't either. But I don't know. There's something about that Traverse.
It just hangs around and makes you enjoy it.
Yeah,
man.
I like it, man. Yeah, man.
It's nice.
It's just it's right? Really
like
nice.
You want to have another pour. Like
I love the viscosity of it.
Yes,
like yeah.
It every time I have it, it makes me want to drink more of it.
It reminds me almost of like a honey barrel finish.
It's very good, man. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good. But final thoughts for you?
I mean, I think I'm in the same place as you. Like, if I had to pick one, which luckily I don't have to pick one. I can have either one, because I have both bottles.
Not for much longer.
Not for much longer on one of the two. but I would definitely go with the Traverse City. The cigar is very good, so I'm looking forward to finding out what this is, and hopefully putting a few in the humidor. Hopefully it's in the budget line, and we can get them for $8 to $9 somewhere in there, because I think it's a great stick for that price point. But yeah, that's all I've got.
I have to assume that for $40 for 4 cigars plus the extra little bit that they gave you,
Yeah.
this is not a premium, ultra premium Liga, cigar.
Well, again,
But I guess we'll see. Like Drew Estate, they've been known to give you something that is like how do I say this? Give you a really great price on something that is
should
good.
be more,
Right.
because we feel that way about a lot of their cigars. Like their UC10
Right.
is one of those cigars
That's right.
that we just go like, man, I don't want to tell them they could get more for it, because if they do that, then it might
Right.
mess it up for me. But
It yeah, kind of ruins the experience
Yeah.
a little bit.
just a little. But yeah,
a little.
that's all I got, man.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us again on High Proof Ashes. I'm Duran, my co-host.
I'm Jason JB Smoke, and so we didn't cover it. Make sure that yes, this is a cigar and bourbon podcast or a cigar and spirits podcast, but
Drink
please
responsibly.
Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Drink plenty of water.
Absolutely.
Know your limit, and don't drive. There's plenty of options out there to get yourself home if you partake a little too much. So please be responsible.
Absolutely.
But thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.
We'll see you soon.